It's the Carton Show. This is Josh Norman, of course, a longtime NFL cornerback. Went to a Super Bowl and, of course, had that great All-Pro year in 2015. He even guarded that guy right there, DeAndre Hopkins, one of the great wide receivers in football, but a man who's no longer going to be in Arizona. Actually, the owner of the Cardinals told the new GM there, your first order of business is trading DeAndre Hopkins. He's 31 years old, had the PED suspension this past year, and he's not had a full season since 2020. He's also due $19.5 million this year and another $15 million in 2024. So here's the rub on him. A lot of people thought maybe New England, but then New England signs Juju Smith-Schuster. A lot of people thought Dallas. Dallas goes out there and they sign a wide receiver. That's interesting because if you follow the social media game, DeAndre Hopkins has started following dudes on the Cowboys and on the Patriots. Now, that just might be him having fun with the media and making people try to guess where he's going. But there's another story out there that the market for him is very soft and that he comes with too much baggage now. All I've ever heard about DeAndre Hopkins is that the dude makes plays and he's a nightmare to guard. You guarded him. When you prepared to play against DeAndre Hopkins, what was that like?
Yeah, he's a slinky. That's for sure. His catch radius is wide. I mean, it's big. Like, the guy literally is a possession guy. He catches everything that throws to him. It's just,
right.
You have to stay in front of him. You have to. And you have to get him off his beat. Because obviously he starts to pick up momentum as more he gets targeted.
Got it.
And it starts to go downhill, and his catches start to multiply in the double digits from singles, and then he starts to have those big games. But again, I don't know how he is as a teammate because I never played with him. I just know and played against him and know his moves and his angles and how he wants to beat people.
Right, I know. You see that. You played 4 times against him, and I know he had 3 touchdowns and all that, but it wasn't like he had 9,000 yards against you either. You won some, he won some. I think that's how that battle will be viewed. But here's what's crazy about it, Josh. What's that?
I wonder where the 3 touchdowns came from, but okay.
Well, probably you guarding him.
Yeah, but I mean,
or trying to.
I didn't remember him scoring, but
you
one time.
don't remember anybody scoring against
I'm
you.
just saying,
right?
I'm just
no, but here's the weird thing about it. Like, no one argues he's a great football player.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, like, reputationally, I was shocked about the PED thing because I was never like his thing. He doesn't have the body type of a guy that's doing some, enhancement type stuff, right?
I didn't get that either.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what that story was. But, if you're a team that feels like, man, we're a wide receiver away from having an offense that's very tough to stop, why wouldn't you go after DeAndre Hopkins right now? And I'd say the obvious team to me, there's 2 of them.
Okay.
The Kansas City Chiefs do not have, other than Kelce, a wide receiver 1 on the roster. They don't.
But do they need one, though?
I mean, who doesn't need a guy like that, right?
Right, but at the same time, like, you saw the Chiefs was able to do that without Tyreek.
Right.
So it goes to show you that, like, yeah, they are in play when you have a quarterback that's needing that.
Yeah, I think he makes sense in Kansas City. I think he makes sense in New York with the Jets or the Giants.
I would say, I would beg difference and say he don't make sense, but he does to some team, right? To some team.
Sure.
But it's not those teams you named.
Does he make more sense for a team that's already established, like a Kansas City Chiefs, or a team that's like kind of on the up, like a Detroit Lions?
Yeah,
or
I think he makes a team. I think he makes good for a team that is on the up and coming. As you can see.
How does he not make sense for the Kansas City Chiefs?
I don't.
They lose Juju. Kadarius Toney can't stay on the field. Kelce's a tight end and the best one in football.
But was Juju really that impactful for them?
No, in the Super Bowl, he had a great second half.
Yeah,
let's give him what it was. He was not an impactful guy. Had a couple good games for sure. But now you're talking about, look, now we're trying to repeat. Everybody's gunning for us. We got to continue to try to get better and bring more talent because we've got the main guy locked in, Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. But Patrick Mahomes is going to look around going, I'm going to make a lot of guys better than they've ever been. But if you give me DeAndre Hopkins, now I got a guy who's on my level who I can trust from day one. That's a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, I get what you're saying that when it looks for that lens, that scope. But you can also say the same thing for any other team. I would say, and this is a dark horse.
Go ahead.
But Tennessee.
Don't stop with that.
They got no one to
It's
throw
like,
it to.
you never watched
I
the
mean,
sport of
listen.
Tennessee.
I'll
That's
tell
funny.
you now, you
Yeah.
saying that right now,
Yeah.
but listen, they may come up out the
Okay.
They may come up
well,
out
if
the
they
dark
do, we'll
horse
have you back and
category.
you'll say, I told you so, Craig. See?
Because they lost A.J. Brown, so you got to fill that void. I know they got a nicer receiver over there right now, but like adding a guy like that to the mix, I mean, it's going to help out what they're going to be doing because they're not going to.
Was there a wide
team they were
receiver
last
not
year.
named DeAndre Hopkins that gave you fits?
Not really. I can't say that. I say there's players that I did get up for, like the Julios of the world.
Julio Jones.
I got
Okay.
up for those games.
You did.
I mean, every game I really got up for, but those were ones I really, really dialed in and was homing in every single play.
Got it. Did Julio have 3 touchdowns in 4 games against you also, or no?
I think you
We'll
know the
check.
answer to
We'll
that.
check.
I think you know the answer.
I don't, but we're going to check right now. Hey there. Thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.